Yo, what's going on, guys? Darhkseid here, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to be going over a little bit of a breakdown of Undisputed's one-round gameplay that they just recently released, led by content manager Boxing Fanatico, aka Edward. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Hop right in. As always, we'll take a pause right here on the screen. As you guys can see, Nigel Benn versus Carl Froch. Boxing Fanatico will be taking over Nigel Benn. And actually, I didn't realize this before, but we have the CompuBox Academy right here, which is actually pretty neat to see. CompuBox in a boxing game. A W to see as always. Let's go ahead and hop into the gameplay. Right away, let's just get it out in the open. The main thing that people are killing this gameplay for is the punches. 100%. I don't think there's any argument about that. People are killing this for the punches. Now, me personally, I'm going to have the gameplay on half speed just so it's easier for me to talk about certain things so you guys don't have to wonder why it's so slow. But the main thing that's getting criticized right now is the punches. So I could definitely hear the sentiment from the side of people who think the punches look bad. I understand your argument, but I do not agree with it. Nor do I think that both sets of fighters' punches look bad. I definitely think that Nigel Benn's punches throughout this entire gameplay look a lot better than Carl Froch's. I think Carl Froch, it almost looks like they're playing on two separate models. Like Nigel Benn's updated model with like updated punches, and then Carl Froch looks like his punches aren't as crisp or aren't as like fluid as Nigel Benn's. So definitely think that there needs to be some improvement there for sure. I think punches is something that they've been saying for quite a while now, that every time they release something, they're always looking to continuously tune and work on the punches. So it's never set, and of course it still says alpha footage up at top. So everything is still a work in progress. So it's never set in stone. It's something they're continuously working on. But Froch's punches definitely don't look great at all compared to Nigel Benn's, and both punches overall probably need some tuning, but I think Froch's look a lot worse, and that's who most people focus on when they criticize the punches. But let's continue. You guys will see right here, here's the punch right there, nice step and jab. Right here, perfect utilization of footwork. Boom, moves back out, makes Nigel Benn miss two punches. Comes back in, nice step and jab. Both people throw punches right here. You can see the arms kind of throw off each other's punches, which is good to see. Froch lands a body shot while Ben lands a head shot. Good trade right there. And you can see how Froch's punches look a lot more like labored almost than Nigel Benn's. It doesn't flow as well as Nigel Benn's, in my opinion. Now I don't know if that's attribute based or if that's just model based, based on how the punches are going to be. Because we know not every person is going to have the same punches, so that could play a role in it as well. Nice shot to the body, then back up top from Nigel Benn. Let's go over that one more time, actually. Bang, bang, back up top. And then while he's throwing that, he's also getting hit. So you see, Froch tries to throw a left hook right there. As he gets hit with a body straight, and it kind of messes up his hook. You see right there, it lands on his arm, and that's why the punch comes out so weird. It actually landed, I guess I could slow it down a little bit more. That actually lands on Nigel Benn's arm, which is why his hook, Froch's hook, comes out so weird. So if you watch right here, there is the straight, and now here comes Froch looking to hit him over the top of the hook, but the straight starts retracting, so he ends up actually catching the punch you see right on his shoulder. And that's what throws it off and makes it look strange in the pocket. And then the other punch, which was the punch coming up top from Nigel Benn, throws off Froch's second punch, which comes from his right hand. You can see right there, Froch gets hit right here, but he's also in the process of throwing his punch, which doesn't land properly because Nigel Benn's arm is in the way, which is the physics base that they always talk about throughout the games, which is why the punches come out weird right there. On Froch's side, at least. Then back again, back into the pocket, another good set of punches. And you'll just see it, during the gameplay, Nigel Benn's model looks so good. I will always say that. But the footwork and the movement was so good from Fanatico during this entire gameplay. And you'll actually see, I think, is this when he switches stance? Okay, not yet. He goes for two nice body jabs right here. Ends up getting hit by the jab as well. But I think he switches. Look at that right there. Oh, my God. Let's go back. Look how quick that feint was right there. And got a reaction from his opponent. Bang. Thinks he's stepping in with a punch. He wants to return one. Throws in the thin air. And then Frotch steps in, throws a combination, mostly blocked. Watching the footwork. Woo! Good head movement right there from Fanatico. Gives him a 2-piece to return. Big wind-up shot right there. Must have been one of the power modifier shots right there from Frotch. That was a big whiff. You can see right now Frotch's stamina is bottoming out. And look at Ben's stamina. Full right now. But he doesn't attack. He still lets Frotch go on the attack. Good movement, trying to return. Well, you can see both sides are hitting each other's shoulders, hitting the chest, because not every punch is 100% accurate. A lot of people are used to games where every punch that you throw lands in the same spot every single time. But this game, the punches will bounce off shoulders, hit the chest. The punches are not 100% accurate, so they're not going to look like clean punches every single time. But people keep forgetting that from what it looks like. But once again, you can see how Frotch's model, once again, his punches look labored and they don't look snappy at all, really. So that's definitely something they can look into. And there's some head movement right here from Fanatico. And then he does something, is this one? Yeah, right there. Switches to the southpaw stance. So that's something that a lot of people had worries about a while back, where I think specifically around like the Terrence Crawford gameplay as well, where there wasn't a button to like switch stance, but you can see Fanatico is indeed able to switch stance. So we will indeed be able to switch stance in ESBC/Undisputed. But something interesting happens when he switches to the southpaw stance. He actually talks about it during the gameplay. But if you pay attention to how free he was moving before, not really getting caught along the ropes unless he wanted to be there, watch what happens when he's in the southpaw. Now Frotch is walking him down, he's eating more shots, right? Now Fanatico's eating more shots. Comes back in, gets hit, bang. Look at that shot right there from Frotch. Nice step-in shot right there. You get the flash, and you get a little bit of hit stun on Nigel Benn. Bang, right there. Eats a body shot right after that. And now he's getting pressured a little bit more. He's actually getting walked down where he's not able to escape with his footwork. And that's part of the lead foot battle. And he actually talks about it in the video where he was actually losing the lead foot battle, so he switches back into orthodox. But while in southpaw, Frotch was actually having a lot more success, if you notice that throughout the video. Frotch had a lot more success when Nigel Benn was in the southpaw stance. And right here, big combination. You can see the sequence of punches look almost disjointed right here from Carl Frotch. This is something that people had criticism for quite a while, where the combinations look disjointed. But once your stamina starts depleting, you shouldn't be able to throw combinations just like in sync. It should be a little bit labored, but I don't think it needs to be this labored. I think it needs to flow a little bit better still, in my opinion. Like, it's still a little bit like one, like it doesn't really look like a combination almost. Like, watch, it's almost like when he goes for it right here, 1, 1, 1. It's like they're not sequential, basically. Doesn't really flow. It's like every punch is like a small gap in between. So I think that's definitely fair criticism from a lot of people. And right now, Fanatico's getting pinned against the ropes. Like I said, he's losing the lead foot battle at this current moment, which is something he talks about. Right now, another good exchange in the pocket. Fanatico getting in and getting out. Switches back to the loose footwork, gets out. Switches back to orthodox now. And back to his game plan. Right there is a perfect example of the directional punches, and also not everything being accurate and not everything being on a straight line. So if these two fighters were on a straight line, there's no way this punch should miss from Nigel Benn. But they're not always on a straight line, so sometimes things like this will happen, which is very cool to see in the combat sports game. Punches miss, now they're reset. Get some punches back in, gets hit with some big shots right there. Frotch coming with some power shots. You see right there, another thing right there. Punch glances off the top of the head. Because not everything is 100% accurate. So not everything's going to land the same way every single time. Not everything's going to land clean every single time. That's part of that physics-based punch system as well. And you can see for a lot of Frotch's punches getting caught on the gloves, on the shoulders, hit him in the chest, and which is why it's reflected in their stamina as well. He's working a lot harder, missing a lot more punches. And you see the Philly shell yet again, then the switch back to the full guard, the high guard, bang, Nice shot again. Back in the Philly shell. And I love the way you can shoot. Like, I love the way you can shoot the straight from the Philly shell. That's so beautiful. Look at that. Cocks it. Ah. Even though he misses it completely, but I just love the animation right there. Very clean. He gets countered. Bang. With a nice shot right there from Froch. And again, using his footwork to get away. And then right here, whoop. Bang. Skips out. Shoot. Perfectly executed right there from Fanatico with the footwork. Getting right out of the range and misses the return shot. But also something right here, if you guys look at their legs, Fanatico's legs, Nigel Benn's legs, phase basically right through Carl Froch. You see this right here? Phases right there. Shoot. Right there. Phases right there. Shout out to Coach's Corner when he's breaking down his. I saw that when I was watching his breakdown live. He mentioned that. Good catch right there from Coach. And then again, waiting till his opponent gets a little bit lower on stamina, then starting the trade. Trying to catch him in between his punches, trying to catch him as he starts up his combination. That was right there. That straight was Fanatico trying to time the beginning of the combination. Watch right here. You can see. He sees, oh, look at that. That's IQ right there. That's a read. He waits until he steps in, like right there. Both people miss, so he's just sitting here. He waits till he takes one step towards him. And then knows the combination's probably coming, so he throws it straight first. Nice read right there. And he's trying to see right now if he can bait him in. Comes in, eats a big hook right there from Froch. He's trying to pick his shots in between Froch's combination. Nice straight right there again. Trying to catch him in between his combination. Like I said, the mind game in this game and your IQ will actually matter in this game. It will definitely matter. Because I see Fanatico implementing it in this fight. The feints. He's reading his opponent, the feints. Reading him when he comes in, does his opponent always throw a punch? He's trying to read that. When he comes, if he throws a feint, is his opponent going to return the punch right after? He's trying to read that so he can counter that. He's trying these different things against his aggressive opponent, trying to see what he can bait out and what he can take advantage of. And when he can take advantage of it. All things that most people don't do in the games we have currently because the game does not allow you to. Woo. Look at that, Connor. Look at that. Let's watch that back one more time. Hits him with some punches. Then uses his head movement. Hits him with some more punches because he realizes his stamina is basically bottomed out. So if we go back to when he threw his last couple of punches. Those right there, bang, bang. Usually he would back away right here, but he doesn't because why? Froch's stamina is basically bottomed out, so he knows he'll win the trade, essentially. So he trades some more. Bang, bang. Catches him with some more nice punches right there. And this is another thing people have been complaining about, that the punches don't have a lot of pop on them or a lot of snap. Yes, I think they can increase that just a little bit more, a little bit more punch, or a little bit more snap and pop on some of these punches. But all of the punches don't have to have pop 100% of the time. Every punch in boxing is not thrown with 100% effort. So yes, some of these punches aren't going to look very hard because in reality, when you're boxing, you're not throwing every punch with 100% effort. Not every punch is meant to be hard. Sometimes you're just trying to touch your opponent. So not everything is meant to look like it's going to have an impact every single time, maximum impact. So that's another thing that people have critiques about. And here again, they're both trying to fill out the range. And like I keep mentioning, if you just look at the trades in the pocket, Ben's punches look much better than Carl Froch's in my opinion. His punches look much better. The technique is much better. It's much cleaner. It seems like it has more pop almost, even though I know that's probably just placebo. But it just feels like it hits a lot cleaner than Froch's punches, and it's a lot more fluid. Like, see, like that combination looked way more fluid than Froch's combination. This right here, that's fluid. That combination is fluid. Froch threw a combination earlier where it looked like everything was disjointed. That combination that Fanatico just landed, perfectly fluid. Perfectly fluid. Bang, bang, bang. You see the difference? Bang, bang, bang. All in one sequence. That's sequential. That's a sequential combination. That's fluid. Now we juxtapose that to earlier with a combination when Fanatico goes against the ropes. We can find that one more time. I think it's right here. Let's see. Let's look at the combination right here from Froch. Let's see if he goes with the combination. I believe it's like right around here. You see how he throws like that combination right there? You see how that looked a little disjointed? Even though the last punch missed, it just looks a little disjointed a little bit in my opinion. Looks a bit disjointed actually in my opinion. Like watch right here. 1, 2, 3. Here comes the 3-punch combination. Bang, bang, bang. It looks a little disjointed compared to something like we see at the end of the round, which is bang, bang, bang. Clean, nice clean combination right there from Fnatica. Super clean, in and out, nice footwork, nice round overall. So let's talk about overall thoughts, everyone's reactions on the gameplay so far. Lots of negative feedback regarding the punches, which I think is unfounded in my opinion. I believe Carl Froch's punches need improvement. Yes, it does. Definitely needs improvement. Are they the worst punches ever? No, they are not. Are they the greatest punches or are they great punches? No, they are not. Definitely need improvement in my opinion there. His punches do not seem to be in the same line of quality as Nigel Benn's punches in my opinion. Now, like I said, is that by design? Could be. I do not know. I'm just saying from what I see from the outside looking in. And Nigel Benn's punches look a lot better, a lot cleaner. And Nigel Benn's combinations are a lot more sequential. Now, all of these things could have play-in factors with different things like, like the fighters' basically attributes and things like that could play a part of that. And also what punches are on Nigel Benn's model versus Carl Froch's model. Things like that, because every fighter are going to have different punches for the most part. A lot of fighters will have different punches. The marquee fighters will. So all of that could play a factor into that, but I'm just giving what I can tell from outside looking in. Footwork overall looks amazing. Loose footwork, switching stances looks clean. It looks fast and snappy and reactive. So that looks pretty nice. Yeah, I was really happy with getting this gameplay. There's a whole round of gameplay. Another thing that a lot of people are clamoring for that I think we need to see, I'd like to see the clinch system. We still haven't seen that. They might still be working on that, but I'd like to see that soon at some point. I think it's definitely time we get like a little glimpse into that. Also the referee. People keep clamoring. Like me personally, like I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Me personally, as a player, I could care less about the referee. I really don't care. Like I'm not gonna be looking at the referee when I'm inside the ring playing the game. I guarantee you, I don't care if they had someone like Don King as the referee. I would not even know. I wouldn't even know this because I'm not going to be looking at the referee at all. But there is feedback from the community that they would like to see the referee. I know the referee is a person who's been glitchy a lot at times, which is why he wasn't included a lot of the times. But that is definitely something that people want to see at this point. See the referee in there when they do gameplays like this. And yeah, really the most negative thing I would have to say is the punches. That's the most negative thing. Every person who talks about the game in a negative way usually brings up the punches, how the punches look. This is usually the number one thing that comes up. But to me personally, I don't think the punches look all that bad. I think Ben's punches look a lot better than Froch's. Sure, Froch's punches look a little disjointed and a little bit labored at times. 100% they do. Ben's punches look a lot better. A lot cleaner, combinations flow a lot better. That's just what I see from my point of view. You might agree, you might disagree. We can agree to disagree, that's fine by me. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do it for this video. I didn't want to do too long of a breakdown, even though I'm pretty sure this lasted a little bit longer than I wanted to. But when I start talking about boxing and breaking down boxing, I get to talking, time flies, yada yada, you know how that goes. But with that being said, go ahead and let me know what you guys thought down below in the comments section. Leave a like on this video, also subscribe if you guys are new, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.